Hello everyone, this is my official remake, total, complete true, after seeing every movie that I wanted to see of 2015, since I already reviewed The Revenant last night. So technically for me, that the whole year of the movies of 2015 are movies that essentially, I said properly now, and that I wanted to see are now done. I'm here now to give you just my personal top 10 personal favorites of 2015. And I apologize to all the movies that didn't make my list, but out of the list of my list here, my honorable mentions for me, again, this is going to be drastically different from my other top 10 lists of 2015. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my top 10 favorite movies of 2015, the official list. I'm going to start off with quick honorable mentions. Ant-Man, a really surprising Marvel movie that almost no one had complete utter faith in. Ex Machina, a really interesting sci-fi movie that's really thought-provoking and one of the best in years. Black Mass, a fairly good story and an interesting plot, but Johnny Depp giving it a fantastic performance, and I was really blown away by it. Mission Impossible 5, a great, enthralling, enticing movie that I completely loved from beginning to end. It's like Mission Impossible 5 would definitely be a number 11 spot on the list, if there was a number 11. The Gift, a surprise directorial debut by Joel Edgerton. Paddington, a really cute and well-made family film that's for everyone. I just really enjoyed this movie. It's just really cute and upbeat, and I loved it. And last but not least, Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. I was really surprised by this movie. Tarantino is back. He's awesome. But nevertheless, let's get into my top 10 favorite movies of 2015. Number 10 for me is going to be the return to the franchise that needed it, and it is Creed. So when I did that, yeah, it's like, if I put stars at number 10, I'd be lying, but Creed was a great reinstallment for the franchise. Really, like, after Rocky 6, it's like, okay, we may need a really good boxing movie now, and Creed was great with a great story and moral sense to it. The performances by Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan were great, and the direction and the focus and the overall plot as a whole by the director of Fruitvale Station. I just forgot his name. I do apologize for that. But it's a really great return to franchise movie that I really had a great time with, and I loved it because of that. And number 9 for me is the big comeback of Ridley Scott with The Martian. I love The Martian. Let's keep it here. The Martian was such a great return to sci-fi for Ridley Scott. Like with so many not that great movies by Ridley Scott of recent years, The Martian was a very refreshing, unique, and brilliant movie that I loved from beginning to end, and Matt Damon giving an excellent performance as a whole, with someone who just took the piss out of the situation. He's found the good and the bad with what the environment gave to him. He's like, you know what, I'm alone on a planet. Excuse me. And he just found the fun, and we both found the good and bad in the situation, and it's a great story of survival, isolation, and your own insanity, which is makes a great film. And Matt Damon giving probably my favorite performance of the year. In my opinion, that's probably my favorite performance of the year. And number 8 is a tie. I know I couldn't. It's hard to do, but I'm like, you know what? It's my fucking list. I do whatever I want, and that is both Kingsman, The Secret Service, and Spectre. I love these two movies. They're both different, but yet same. They're movie franchises that pay tribute to the old, but still play smart and clever and relevant for the new one. With Spectre, it's a great mix of the old and new of James Bond movies with the gadgetry, the edginess with the gadgetry, the gadgets, the homages, and the love and the respect of the original Roger Moore and Sean Connery era of James Bond, which I love. And I thought Spectre was a great movie. It had great memorable action scenes. Daniel Craig this is probably his best performance as James Bond. I will thoroughly say that. And Christoph Waltz was, in my opinion, an excellent villain for James Bond. And moving on to the other side with Kingsman, again, same thing with Spectre. It's a great throwback to the old era of Roger Moore's era of James Bond, which I loved. Kingsman is probably one of the most fun experiences of the whole year, in my opinion. I love this movie. It was so fun, clever, and upbeat, and it had such a good, thorough mix for its own sake, and I love that. And number 7 is a movie not many people would agree on with being on the top 10, but it's on mine, so whatever. And it is for me, The Avengers: Age of Ultron. I loved this movie. For me, this was the best superhero movie of the year. I really loved it. Essentially, like, this movie had so many great things. It had great action, great story, great morals, great everything going through it. And Ultron, in my opinion, was a great villain. He played it very suave, very intricately. And the new introduction of Vision, in my opinion, was a brilliant move. I loved Paul Bettany as Vision, and in the end, I just loved this movie. It was same thing with Kingsman, and another movie I will say, which is Jurassic World. It's just nothing more than an absolute kick-ass movie that I loved. And in my opinion, it's a more than worthy sequel to the big 2012 Avengers movie. And while this may not be as great as the first Avengers, this still really does in the end hold its own place for being a good movie, and I loved it because of that. And number 6 is a movie that is richly talked about, which is actually the main reason why I'm remaking my list, and it is The Revenant. The year's over now, and I got to put on The Revenant for my list. I just love the tone, the focus, and the characters in this movie. It was a great, tough movie to watch. It was really ballsy and dark, and it was both a revenge movie and also a survival movie. It's the best survival movie, in my opinion, since The Grey, which came out in 2012, starring Liam Neeson, and it's the best revenge movie, in my opinion, since probably Kill Bill. And that's a really big thing to say, and it had a great balance to it. It had fantastic performances. Leonardo DiCaprio just being excellent in this role, and I loved him in this movie because of that. And Tom Hardy as the villain is like, who can argue with that? That's a brilliant choice. As a movie as a whole, and I loved The Revenant because it's a rough and tough survival movie of the fittest. And number 5 for me is a movie I know a lot of you will be really shocked to find this on to find it on a top 10 best of 2015 list, but it's my list, which is Jurassic World. I loved the shit out of this movie. I thought it was such a fun, cool, kick butt notion of the acknowledgement of the greatness of the first Jurassic Park, but also the sins of Jurassic Park 2 and 3, even though I do enjoy them to certain degrees. But as a whole, I love Jurassic World. I love the focus of the story. I love the idea behind it. Like, and people were saying, we've seen dinosaurs more for a long time now. We've seen it for 10 years. We're getting tired of it. Do something new with dinosaurs from now on. And I'm just like, that's a great idea. And I loved it. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the CG. I just love this movie. This was, for me, the most fun movie all year, aside Avengers and Kingsman. And nothing more to say, but controversial my hat truly goes off to you. And number 4 for me is a lot of what a lot of people say is the best movie of 2015, and that is, of course, Mad Max Fury Road. What else can I say about this movie? In my opinion, or I mean, what else can I say about this movie? It's just been said so many times. Just like with my number 1 choice. This is one of the most critically praised movies of the year. Every moment of this movie is excellent. Film people who want to make film in the future should reference this movie as an action classic and how to make a great action movie, a great car chase movie, a great visually stunning movie, and it's the Lawrence of Arabia meets Death Race of post-apocalyptic movies. It's just an extraordinary movie, in my opinion. And it just kicks a lot of ass, and Tom Hardy gives an unforgettable performance as Mad Max, and Charlie Theron as Furiosa is a great heroine of a character. Number 3 for me is going to be an independent film, and that is 71. I loved 71. This for me was a great behind enemy lines feel to it. Meets is like essentially, like I said before, it's a behind enemy feel movie with the tension and the situation of it's a tension and it has, it's really hard to say, but it has the tension and the fear of Black Hawk Down meets the suspense and shock and awe of 28 Days Later splat together, and you got this movie, and I loved it because of it. Jack O'Connell gives a fantastic performance as this character who you carry all the way through the movie, and you see where he goes when he's behind enemy lines, and I loved it all. He was fantastic in this movie. It's, in my opinion, a true underrated gem that you gotta uncover, and I love this movie. I fucking loved 71. It's the best war movie probably since Black Hawk Down, because there's not many great war movies recently. Actually, I would say it's the best war movie since Fury. That's what I'm going to say. Number 2 for me, again, number 2 and number 1 was like, oh my gosh, let's go here or here or here. It's like, but I really struggled. But for me, my number 2 and number 1 really, for me at least, show my love and appreciation and my almost like my philosophy with movies. But nevertheless, my number 2 is definitely Macbeth. I know it's all Shakespearean, but Macbeth for me was just an extraordinary movie. Marion Cotillard was just fantastic. Fassbender was even there in the movie. I had this brilliant directing by Jessica Grisel, phenomenal writing, absolute brilliant script, and engaging, thorough movie. I loved as a whole, and the visuals. For me, this symbolizes what I love about movies as a whole, or what film should be. It's all about with movies, a lot of people hate exposition for certain reasons, but the visuals of this movie really complement it. Not just complement the film as a whole, not just sets the mood, but it represents film at its core. It's not about acting, it's not about delivery or dialogue, it's about the show, not tell. This isn't a play where everything has to be said or sung, or isn't live or broadway or anything. This is a movie where where your dialogue counts to either nothing or everything, and the visual style really complements this film as a whole. It really does make it feel so grandiose, so huge, and the visuals are just the best I've ever seen. Ever. They're fucking amazing. Alongside the Revenant and Mad Max, this is one of the best I don't know what I'm saying. But Macbeth for me was, to me, it shows the underrated, not given a chance, independent feel for films that I love. Films like this, or Snowpiercer, or The Raid Redemption, or The Raid 2 Bernardo, or The Host. Very, very, very underrated, criminally underrated films that deserve to get attention. I'm really blown away by this movie as a whole. I loved it. For me, it represents what film is at its very core, and it's all about the visual look. It's not about the visual style. It's the look. It's the tone, and it's the focus of the movie. That's what film is as a whole. It's show, don't tell. And of course, my number one favorite movie of the year is the one that I just had the most fun with. It was the one that the movie is the most exciting, the most enthralling, the most enjoyable, the most fun movie of the year. More than Jurassic World. But above all that, it's the film that we fans need. And it is, predictably, Star Wars The Force Awakens. I just love this film. I love the story. Excuse me. I love the characters. I love the focus. I love the narrative. I love the idea of the film. Like, essentially, it's essentially as a whole. It's very much about where do we go after a great trilogy was finished and a not so good trilogy tied into it. But as a whole, okay. For the record, I like the prequels. That's just me. I enjoy the prequels. If you don't, whatever. I don't know. But this is a movie that really needed to happen, and the homages to the original trilogy, while noticeable, weren't forced or anything, and I think they were played very, very cleverly, and I think it's a very important move to reference that before you go off and do something more original. It's a showing of we want to continue this franchise, but before we do anything new or anything like that before we do anything new like that, we gotta respect. Well, I wouldn't say first respect, but they at least gotta play homage and pray to the pros and cons of the original trilogy. It shows that you have to acknowledge if you're going to continue a franchise, before doing anything original, you have to make a film. In this situation, I'm saying, you have to make a film that represents the good and the bad within the best of the franchise. It's acknowledging what was wrong with, okay, not what was wrong with, the original trilogy, but this video is way too long. I love Star Wars, and the Force is strong with this one. Shut up, Dad. I hope. Let the door open. Alright, see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the future, everyone, for more videos as always. Till then, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the future. Till then, bye.